Hello everyone. Today's topic was mainly about the video about Chinese student who study abroad. The namely was Say My Name and this video's relationship with intercultural communication. So, what is the intercultural communication? It was indicate that two culture background people how to remove the culture prejudice and get together to create a new partnership. Just like the picture showing for, the Trump was from the low contextual culture background and the Putin was from high contextual culture background. These two people was get together and make the development in American and the Russian. So this is a good example about intercultural communication. The intercultural communication both can intensify the human relationship, but it also can intensify the prejudice and misunderstanding. The second example about intercultural communication was the experience in international students. This picture showing for is different kind of people from get together and they create a partnership. These people was from Jamaica and these people was from Germany and this one was from Nepal and this is Switzerland and this also the Australia. This picture was looks better, but this is a hard thing for most of the international students to create the intercultural communication, just because the culture background effect was long period of time and hard to change. So this is the example videos about Chinese students how to solve the problems in the races and the cultural misunderstanding. This video was called Say My Name, and in this video, so much Chinese students choose to say the name and explains what's the mean for this name, and they post the message from Facebook in order to make native students of American fully understand Chinese culture and reduce the frequency in the prejudice in different background culture. This is a good way to take the intercultural communication. In addition, I think the intercultural communications ideas was due to the different culture background. In the Chinese culture backgrounds, just like the Confucius key ideas, the body was provided by the parents. So children have a responsibility to protect the body and showing absolutely loyalty in parents. So this word parents is not just indicates the parents. In this society, they are more connected with the central leaders, the good families, and the team of only Chinese people. And just like this one, see family and team as whole part of the life. So the Chinese culture also connect with people can't now be live when they divide from team and his responsibility. As this results, the Chinese social structure just looks like this. Chinese people always get together and absolutely follow the central leader. Just like this picture showing for they see the family and team as whole part of a life. It's forever. Yes, and they always keep quiet when the central leader was finished to say the ideas. That's why the Chinese students in the classrooms of the foreign countries, they are not willing to say this idea first, and they always spread the ideas when the doctor was finished. And however, this kind of ideas bring the high efficiency for the team activity. But this way for some Western culture student is misunderstanding, and that's why the intercultural communication was necessary. However, in the cultural background of Western culture identity, just like the Voltaire says that, I disagree with your ideas, but I protect your rights in your speech. So, in the Western, main education is each people have a right to divide a team and get achievement in individuals. So it was based on the individualism that Voltaire was following on. So into this reason, the Western countries people always spread these ideas and get the activity with professor during the time, and the professor encourage the student to singful. So returning this video, due to the culture difference I mentioned about before, the cultural conflict just have something part of the reason about two different cultures don't really understand it. And the Chinese student try to say the name and use the Western people's fully understand the Chinese culture and reduce the prejudice between two different countries. So this is a picture about why does the conflict between Eastern and Western countries was emerge. The leader of Anjou's was bring all of the cheeses in Western country to fight with the Eastern. The Western people was get together and they built about the tense partnership, but the Eastern part of the thing is smoking, the fire, and unstable. So the Western people always think that they are easy to fight with the Eastern part of the people. So that's why the conflict was emerged. Yes. However, why does the Chinese student choose to say the name to make the American student fully understand the Chinese culture? I think it's due to the book of the Carnegie. The Carnegie say that the name is a pretty word for all people and people enjoying the feeling to hear the name. So the Chinese students think that when people to get together to face, they are first thing to do is remember the name each other and then repeat the name when they talk each other. The the name repeat will provide a good feeling both of the people and make all the people more willing to talk each other. This is the best way to reduce the cultural conflict and create a good partnership about this. The cultural isolation intensifies the prejudice, and the Chinese people want to remove the prejudice. In fact, that's why they use the name to do it. So, returning to these videos, the reason that Chinese people take this activity was in the Chinese dormitory, the name of the card was lost, but and the Chinese people think this is a native student to bring it out. So, and the Chinese student consider this is a negative thing for make two different countries get together. So they use a name to make the people to connect again. This is the whole part of the presentation for today. Thank you.